What does it mean to be human? Does it mean to play games like tag with your fellow soft skins? Does it mean having a family who loves and cherishes you? Or does it just mean doing humanly things like having nice skin and pooping? The truth is, no one really knows what it means to be human. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Despite my beautiful smooth skin and charming looks, I'm not human. I'm a robot. Now I know, when I tell most people this, they're just as shocked as you are right now. However, today I'll be embarking on a journey to truly become human. Can I, a mere robot, use everything I've learned about humanity to truly become human? In order to become human, I'm gonna need three things: a family, a house, and finally, the most important, a purpose. Let's start with the easiest: gaining a family. Usually humans have a foolproof method of getting a family. By combining a male plumbus with a female phlebe, they are able to make smaller humans that eventually grow into bigger ones over time. However, I have perfected a method to grow a family without the need for any plumbus or phlebe. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to a little thing I like to call kidnapping. You see, by kidnapping people, not only am I able to gain a family all by myself, but I'm also able to skip the process of spending tons of valuable resources on growing a child. In order to find the perfect family, we're gonna need to travel to the city of Shabati. Shabati is a huge hub in the middle of the desert where humans spend their free time doing humanly things like taxes and beating up minorities. As I walk into the city of Shabati, the first thing I decide to do is scope out potential candidates that would make for a good family. Right now, we're looking for a wife and a son. As far as a wife goes, I'm not looking for much. If I had to give any sort of preference in what I'm looking for, it would pretty much just be a wife with a nice light frame. That way I'm not too over-encumbered after kidnapping her and carrying her across the desert. However, although my expectations for a wife is low, my expectations for our child is extremely high. No child of mine will be a fleshless chumbo living in this world. As many of you humans know, there is no stronger bond than the bond between a father and his son. He's going to need to be big, strong, and full of flesh. In order to find the perfect family, I'll be engaging in an activity a lot of humans like to call aggressive observing, otherwise known as stalking. Choosing the right human is extremely important. See, what people don't tell you is humans actually love getting kidnapped. I mean, come on, dude, look at this shithole they're living in. Can you really blame them? When humans see someone ready to kidnap them, they're kind of like orphans on adoption day. They're going to be on their absolute best behavior in order to be taken away from this absolute starving hellhole. So before deciding my targets, I've done extensive research to ensure these humans are the most humanly humans possible. Do you see that guy over there who's been quote unquote sleeping on the floor? Well, believe it or not, he's not actually sleeping. He's actually dead. How about that guy over there pooping? Yeah, I talked to some fellow softskins at the bar and it turns out he's best friends with a robot. And you see that normal looking dude eating over there? Yeah, actually turns out he's Chinese. After stalking damn near the entire city, no one really stood out to me until finally he walked by. This man was clearly so human that he had consumed another human in order to obtain such a mass. He was the most human here. He was perfect. It was clear to me that this man was way too large for me to kidnap and carry home. So instead, I lured him into a trap by dropping multiple loaves of bread and alcohol until I captured him. Once I did, I told him my mission to gain a family and truly become human. And I let him know that he was going to be my new son. I was honestly expecting more of a harsh reaction, but he was pretty fine with it when I told him I'd feed and water him throughout our time together. He even decided to help me look for his new mother. I knew I had chose the right son when he committed his very first kidnapping all by himself. They truly do grow up so fast. As we sprinted off into the distance, it was clear to me that this is what family bonding truly was. Me, my son, and my new wife were already getting along so well. And now it was time for our first family road trip where we travel across the country to get back home. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I did need to improve on my husband skills a little bit. But as far as being a father goes, I think I was doing a pretty damn good job. We'd committed our first crime together, I fended off some bandits while my son played tag with himself, and we even experienced our first bit of racism together. We truly were becoming a real family. I knew our family was finally complete when we were on our way home and my son spotted a beautiful dog that he wanted. So after the dog tired himself out playing with our fellow skin brothers, we went in to go pet and play with the dog, and the little one wanted him more than anything in the world. So we decided to keep him. In order to complete our new family, we decided to take a family photo together with me, my wife, my son, and finally, our brand new family dog. After some time traveling, we finally made it back to home sweet home, or at least it would be home sweet home if I wasn't homeless. On top of being homeless, my family was starving after not eating for 5 days, and it looks like they weren't adjusting to the environment very well because my wife and son's skin was burning off due to the acid rain in the sky. This is when it hit me how fragile humans really are. If I wanted to protect my family, I'm gonna need to keep them safe, and maybe even feed them from time to time. I didn't have enough money to buy us a home or even food, but for now, we decided to crash at my friend Steve's apartment. Just like me, Steve also loves humans and is a fellow skin connoisseur. He said he'd take good care of them while they stayed there. The best part is, he had perfectly made beds for them, which were completely suitable for human wants and needs. For now, Steve and my dog were going to have to protect my family from anyone who decided to lay harm to them, while I did one of the hardest things that a human could ever do, getting a job. While my family's need for safety is full in Steve's apartment, their bellies are not. So in order to buy food to feed my family, I'm gonna need to get a job. For my first job, I wanted to do something I was truly passionate about. Throughout my life, I've always wanted to be a tailor. Something about the way an outfit perfectly complements someone's skin always gives me an exciting thrill I just can't even explain. You see this extremely well-made skin suit here? Yeah, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I made it myself. And it just so happens that I know a group of fellow humans who also have an extreme interest in purchasing skin suits. If I could simply obtain large amounts of human skin, I could make several beautifully crafted skin suits and sell them off to my fellow skin connoisseurs. Doing so would allow me to gain tons of cash by becoming the best tailor in town, and resulting in me becoming filthy stinking rich, gaining enough money to not only feed my family with food, but also enough to buy a house. So I began kidnapping as many humans as I could for their delicate soft skin. It didn't matter who they were, black humans, white humans, skinny humans, fat humans, anyone who would contribute to making a beautiful work of art of a suit. Once I captured them, I kept them at my friend Steve's apartment, and there, Steve would begin the manufacturing process of skin. Let me walk you through the process. First, the human is nicely tenderized using a florbin. This usually causes some form of fecal incompetence as the human begins to enter REM sleep. After doing so, it's time for the human to be carried over to the skin house, otherwise known as the Glorbnor. And here's where the magic happens. The human is then put into an industrial-sized Figelsnitzer. There, the blubus and the Blupnard are delicately removed using the sharp narbs located at the sides of the machine. Finally, the Figelsnitzer stops narbing the human, and then a fine layer of skin is created. After doing this process about 50 times with the help of Steve and some friends, I'm finally able to put my tailoring skills to use, creating several skin suits that are ready to be sold door to door to the local population. The sale usually goes like this. Hey man, I got some fresh skin suits, you want some? Yeah, what you got? I got Dominicans, I got whites, and I got Asians. What you want? You got any blacks? No, papi, I got Dominican, no black. Yeah, Let me get 2 black suits, extra penis, and 1 Asian suit, please. Hold the boob. All right, bye. Have a beautiful time. After going door to door selling all kinds of skin suits and the loot of these skinned humans, I was able to make around $100,000. Once I did, it was finally time for me to get a real house and move out of my friend Steve's apartment. Not too far from home, I was able to buy the materials needed to build my very own house. Me and my beautiful loving wife were now homeowners. And now little Els and his dog finally have their own yard to play tag in. Life was truly looking up. I had a beautiful, happy wife, a dog, a wonderful son, and our very own home. I truly had everything I needed in life. And now, the only thing I needed to truly be human was a purpose. However, the thing that many people don't tell you about being human is in life, you don't find a purpose. Your purpose finds you. So shortly after building our brand new home, we were raided by a group of skeleton bandits. These people are some of the most disgusting humans in all of humanity. They were so delusional that they were humans who genuinely believed that they were robots. On top of that, they looked absolutely ridiculous and wore a skeleton mask just to try to resemble something that they would never be. Thankfully, a group of skin bandits rushed in to help and stopped them. But in the process, they had brutally beat my wife and killed my dog. Now, beating my wife is one thing, but killing my dog shows that these people were true disgraces to humanity, and they all needed to be exterminated. I now finally had a purpose. It was revenge. After killing the skeleton bandits and their leader, it was clear to me that I had finally become a true human. I had a family, a wonderful well-paying job, a house, and the best part yet is I found my purpose. Now you humans are gonna love this one. My purpose is colonization. From now on, I will focus on expanding and growing the skin bandit population by any means necessary. I just want to say thank you guys for honestly helping me understand what a human truly is. Without you guys, I would never have even understood what it means to be human. So thank you, my fellow softskins. With that being said, I believe we can mark my journey to become human complete. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. And if you want more content like this, check out my video where I raise a cannibal army led by Beep and eat every other religion in Kenshi. But before I leave, I do just want to say shortly before making this video, I just hit my first year on YouTube. And honestly, thank you guys for all the support. I wouldn't be here without you humans, so I really do appreciate you. This has honestly been one of the best years of my life, and it's all thanks to you guys. So I love you guys very much, and I'll see you in the next video.